Boxing is not just about going in there and beating up your opponent. It's about learning the discipline of the sport.
I was born in 2006, October 13th. I am 11 years old. My first boxing match, it was October 14th, second fastest knockout in amateur boxing history. It was a 10-second TKO.
The first time he fought, he was 8 years old, and he was fighting in a provincial tournament. It was nerve-wracking because it's your child, exhilarating at the same time. But then to watch him perform and to watch him surpass all the other opponents and just show that his skill level was way beyond his years and be able to win that first gold medal was so satisfying, because I knew at that point all that we worked hard for and the dreams and the aspirations not only he has, but we as his parents have for him also, that it was all coming together.
Come on, Joseph! Come on, Joseph!
Joseph wins 22-20.
So when he came into my gym, they talked about, joining the black belt class or something. And I said, well, no, I think you need to join my competition team. And when we went to nationals that first year, and he ended up fighting a boy that was a little bit taller than him and ended up doing really, really well and ended up beating him and became the national champions.
I teach boxing in the purest sense. Hit and don't get hit. Footwork, move, angle. When I first saw Joseph, I was amazed at how easy he picked things up that I taught him. Grasp things fast, some things that some other kid took 6 months to learn. Joseph was grasping within 2 weeks. Joseph has a good trait of adaptability to whoever he spars with. He's able to adjust and adapt. Joseph is very gifted, very gifted.
Before Joseph's got a big competition, especially when it comes to kickboxing, his father will bring him in and ask me to move around with him a little bit, show him some of the things that I know that have worked for me. We do have a slightly similar way of fighting, in the fact that we use a lot of movement. From the first time I trained with him, I was surprised. The way he's moving and stuff, and his understanding, and the fact that he trains so much, I think that stood out for me. His movement, his footwork, he can sort of float along the ring. His ability to hit at any sort of angle, that's going to do him well in the future.
For my husband, him having a lot of talent when he was Joseph's age and not having anyone to nurture that and cultivate that and just kind of help it grow and have him to be there, just helping him to be good at the sport, but at the same time being a well-rounded child. A lot of his friends didn't know that he was in martial arts. A lot of his friends didn't know that he was a fighter. And you would see him be a kid and have friends tease him and just see him keep his disposition and his composure and just be a loving kid. Just like any other kid, is just very talented in this particular sport.
It's very, very fulfilling. It's very challenging, because as a good parent, you want to make sure that your child is enjoying their childhood.
I really admire Andre Ward. He's a boxer. He's a Christian. He always puts God first. Having God in my life is really important, because I feel like when I'm fighting and I pray to him and stuff, I feel like he's one that gives me my talent. And when I pray to him before I fight and stuff, I feel like he gives me the strength to go beat my opponents. Oh, I love him. He's like another father to me.
Everything I learn in boxing is from God. I have MS and yet I'm surviving. I can't teach the pads anymore because my elbows are shot, and yet I'm still going. God is good. I don't teach winning. I don't talk losing either. Boxing is a character-building sport that serves you throughout life.
When we always win, we always focus on everything we did right. But when we lose, we focus on those things that we did do right. And based on that, we're able to plan what needs to be worked on, what needs to be changed, how we can develop ourselves.
That's what's so great about fighting. It's a great analogy for all things in life, and it teaches you a lot about just how to be, how to continue going on life without getting bogged down in making silly mistakes. His future in the sport is big as long as he focuses. If he wants it, then he'll go as far as he wants to go.
I take it a step at a time. My first goal is to get him on the Canadian team. When he gets on the Canadian team, then we'll take it to the next level. I'll go on record and I'll tell you, Joseph will make the Olympics.
I don't really see him having that many obstacles, really. I mean, it's just a matter of just staying focused and staying on track. And I mean, as long as he does that, I mean, there's no limit to where he could go.
The goal, the end result for Joseph in all his endeavors would be to win Olympic gold for Canada, to give back, to inspire other young people, other young athletes, other young innovators, that they can be anything they want to be.
I want him to be in a position to where he's successful, but in a balanced way, to where he can be a good father, a good husband, serve his country and his community, and just be a good person.
Boxing is where I excel in the most, and that's what I want to do when I grow up, become a professional boxer. I definitely want to go to the Olympics.